Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Juju's Journey. Today is February 22nd, 2026. It's Sunday. That's when I usually try to do all of my cash stuffing to get ready for the following week. It's going to be my last cash stuffing for February, and we'll see how we've done for the month, basically. The money's starting to add up. It's getting excited. I use a zero-based budget, and if you're not sure of what that means, it's basically you take your income and you give every single dollar a job. Therefore, you're planning for your future. You budget every penny. And I started this journey doing this budget, zero-based budget, January 2025. 1 month after my husband passed, my income had been cut way back. I mean, drastically. Like it was less than half of what we were normally bringing in each month because of his Social Security. So I had to, learn how to really budget because it's really hard, and I get just one lump sum of money every month. And I was scared. I was traumatized. I was fight or flight. My future was uncertain. If I didn't have this method, it just gave me so much peace of mind, and I will never, ever stop doing this. I don't care if I win the lottery and I become a zillionaire tomorrow, which I don't play the lottery normally, but unless it gets way up there. You'll have to excuse my desk. I have art pens, art, acrylics, watercolor, everything you name it is right here in front of me. I'm using my craft desk for this, but that's fine. It's fine. I'm a messy. I don't have all the aesthetics. I just get it done. But anyway, let me introduce yourself. My name is Juju. Really, my name's Angela. But my grandchildren call me Juju. My husband called me Juju. I was named Juju over 35 years ago by a precious little boy, and it stuck, and I've been Juju to my closest friends. And now, like I said, it stuck. My grandchildren call me Juju. So this is my journey, trying to learn how to live by myself for the first time in my whole entire life. Never in my life have I not lived with somebody. I'm now completely on my own. And so every single move I make, it's just solely my responsibility. I don't have a partner to talk it out, figure it out with. I have to do that all on my own. So it's my journey of healing and moving forward, trying to find hope, happiness, live again, live alone, all of those things. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's get going. As you know, I do have all of these binders. I stuff my cash binders every week. I have one binder that I consider my bank. I put all of my money into the bank once a month. But we're going to start by cleaning out my wallet, okay? I'm going to pull my receipts. I've got money stashed in different places because I had a very exciting weekend with my daughter. She went with me to get my oil changed, and when I bought my car, I bought it at the beach. And so in order to keep my lifetime something guarantee, engine something, I have to have my oil changed and processed at their Nissans. So anyway, let me unstuff everything, and I'm going to set that money aside because what I don't spend in my allowance, I put it towards a cash savings challenge. Oh, which one was that? Giving? Oh no, I leave giving in. I was like, whoa, I didn't spend a lot of money. Okay, let me see. I just had money scattered because we had such a good day. I bought my car at Grand Strand Auto. It's right outside of Conway, South Carolina. It's considered Myrtle Beach. And then we went and spent the day or afternoon in Conway, South Carolina. Such a beautiful town. I recommend it. I'm going to definitely go back. I might even spend the night one weekend. Such a cute town. Whoever's over that town, they need to get an award. Okay, like I said, this is my bank binder. At the beginning of every month, I only get $3,000 a month. I make my monthly budget and I get it in the right denominations. And I pull that money and put it in my bank binder. And then each week I pull from my bank binder to stuff my other envelopes. That way, if something were to come up, I don't have to unstuff all my envelopes. I'll go here first for my cash, and if I have to halt this process, I'll do that first. But I even put my bills that get drafted in this binder and pulled that as well, just to give me a sense of having a relationship with my money, because when the drafts come out, they just magically come out, don't they? And you don't even realize that your money's missing or where it went. Okay, so I'm going to go through, and all of my bills have been drafted. The only one that's going to come out this week is the internet. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it. And checking fee. And then let's see if I've got Scrubbies. That came out. And I've already gotten subscriptions. Gas. I spent $50 on gas. So let me pull 50. And then nothing in that. Okay, so we've got 20, 30. We have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77 that I've got to put in my bank, because those are drafts that come out automatically. And what I do with my bank money is I take all of the money that I've paid bills for, or anything that I have to pull from other binders, and I pull the cash and I stick it in this bank bag. And at the end of the month, I'll count this money and I'll deduct that from what I pull from the bank. But I do always end up with $3,000, you know. If I have to go deposit this so I don't overdraft at the bank, I'll do that as well. But I am lucky. Using this method last year, I've become 1 month ahead already. So I keep $3,000 in the bank, and then I pull $3,000. So I don't really have a chance of overdrafting. That's the method I use. You adapt your method to work best for you, okay? So the first thing we're going to do tonight is stuff my cash wallet. And my cash wallet is, you know, your wallet that you take with you everywhere you go, you know, like in your pocketbook. And during the week, you only want to spend cash. You try not to run your debit card. You try to stick to your budget, okay? Juju, that's me. I give myself $50 each week to spend any way I want. No questions asked. You know, if I want to buy a shirt, if I want to buy a grandchild something, anything that I want. Groceries gets $50 a week. I know that's kind of low with how much groceries cost, but I'm fortunate. And I think if you've watched my channel before, you know I eat lunch next door at my daughter's house with my daughter and my other daughter. And then I also eat dinner over there every night. So I only have to contribute a little bit for dinner. So dining out gets $30 a week. I usually do eat lunch out or something with one of my children each week. But lunch gets $20 a week, but each of my daughters puts in $20. And so we all buy lunch together, if that makes any sense. Miscellaneous gets $10. And the way that works is if I were to go out and eat lunch and I only have $30, but I ended up spending like $32, then I would use miscellaneous money. And then what I try to do is I try to never spend ones. Okay, giving gets $5 a week. Let's go ahead and stuff and then we'll talk. So giving gets $5. And what my goal is for giving is I'm letting this accumulate a little bit. I want to buy some gift cards to different little local restaurants. So if I see somebody I think needs a good meal, I can give them a meal card. And then if I need to help somebody because they're short on money, which I did that the other day, somebody needed $1. I pulled out my giving money. That's the only thing I've really used it for. I'm trying to let it build up so I can buy the gift cards. They sell at the Dollar General, Burger King gift cards like $10 each. So I've got 10, 20. See, I've got one more week of doing this and then I'll be able to go purchase. Oh no, I've got $5. I can probably go do that this week. But I'm going to let that accumulate and we'll see what happens. If I go to the Dollar General this week, I might purchase. It was 3 gift cards in one little bundle for $10 each. And so if I had 3, then if I see somebody in need, then I'll give a gift card. But I also want to have cash in here as well. And that's it. But all of the dollars, if I get dollars back in change, I try to stick them to the side and not spend for my dollar savings challenge. But then I'm also trying not to spend all the money here at all. And I'm also saving what I don't spend into a savings challenge as well. And then whenever we complete that challenge, I'll take that money and put it on one of my other sinking funds. So that's my wallet is stuff for the week, and I should not have to run my debit card at all. It's kind of overstuffed for my needs, but that way I don't have to run my debit card. So it's like a protection plan. I did actually pull some money this week, and we'll talk about that whenever we go, just to I did pull money to go spend the day on Saturday. So we're going to always start with our high sinking funds. To me, that's like the most important binder I have. I have 2 that are the most important. My grandchildren and my children's birthday and Christmas gifts, and this binder. This is saving money, so when these big ticket items hit, I am prepared. So I've already pulled gas. Okay, let me get to my ones. Then you'll find in my binder, I always just pull my ones and my 5s and my 20s and 10s. I have them all ready just to stuff my envelopes. And if I did my calculations right, this should come out fine, but it may be off. You never know. Until that last week. That last week is always iffy. Okay, so house taxes, I did update my trackers, get $25. So I'm going to get $120. And $1.05. And let's see where this puts us for house taxes. They're due in January. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, $200 saved for my house taxes already. And it's only, what, month 2? Just saving for 2 full months. So that's correct. House insurance is going to get $50. And let's see where my 50s are. Oh, hold on. Let me double check and make sure we're still good. Okay, you can see. Okay, what did I say? House taxes, house insurance is going to get $50. We'll have to do a cash condensing soon. So we have 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, $400 saved for house insurance for next year. This is actually for 2027's house insurance. It'll be due next February, actually. Car taxes, this is for 2027 as well, is going to get a 20. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. 60 for next year's car taxes, $160. Okay, car insurance is going to get 40. $20.40. And that should bring us at $320. Let's see. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, and 10 and 20. So we have $320 for car insurance. And that'll be due this time next February. Tax prep is for 2027 as well. Is not going to get anything. And you know why? Because of the dreaded electric bill. It probably won't get anything next month either because my electric bill went up to $400 and some odd dollars. It went up more, so I'm going to have to rebudget again this month and pray for the best. Okay, so Amazon Prime, I'm still not stuffing that yet. House maintenance is going to receive $5. And like I said, this is not major house maintenance. This is to save up money to buy paint, like a gallon of paint. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Maybe some air filters, things like that. Normal house maintenance. Car maintenance is going to receive 5. And right time up, oh, okay, I've got it. And it's put us, no, car maintenance is receiving 0. But car maintenance is actually going to owe me $7. Let me go ahead and, I'll do that later. Remind me if I don't do it myself. Emergency is going to receive $5 because I didn't budget that because of my daggum electric bill. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. So 40 for emergency. Medical is going to receive 5. And that should bring us at 40 as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. So medical 40, that's like for co-pays, medicine, things of that nature. Savings is going to receive 5. And my goal usually with savings is when it reaches like $500, then I'll switch it over to the high yield savings account. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. But I'll probably, when I do placeholders, we'll go ahead and just put it over to my high yield savings account. So basically, we'll see how that goes. Now that I started my Ally account, there's no reason for me to hold on to it until it reaches $500. Month ahead, did not get anything. I had to cut it because of my electric bill. Personal care is going to receive $5. And that should bring me up to 40 because I think that's what I've budgeted the whole year. Let me see. Yep, $40. Let's see if we make sure you always have to double check because you might put the money in the wrong envelope by accident. So you got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Pets and Vet is going to receive $5. That's for future 2027, or actually December and January. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. I'm going to end up having to up this, but right now it's only getting $5 a week. So we have stuffed the high priorities. Next, let's move on to low priority. So clothes we had to skip, but I do have $20 there. Entertainment is going to receive 5. Thank goodness I haven't had to use entertainment yet, but we should have $40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Entertainment to me would be if somebody wanted to go to a movie. Basically, if I were invited to someone's house and I wanted to grab a bottle of wine or make an hors d'oeuvre, something of that nature. Vacation is going to receive 20. It's not going to quite cut it. I hope we meet one of our savings challenges so we can get this ready. So we've got 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 200, 210, and 220. So we've saved up $220 just by our weekly stuffing. And I've got to have this by the weekend of March 14th. I'm going to need well over $600 in this little booger. I don't know how that's going to work. So gifts, 0. Wish list, 0. Lawn and garden, 0. You know why? Because of that daggum electric bill. Okay, wedding is going to receive $15, and this is for my daughter who's getting married. And I've already helped her with the deposit on her venue. And so this is just going to be whatever I save, I'm giving her this cash. She knows I'm on a fixed income. She doesn't expect much more, so I'm blessed. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 200, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, and 80. So that's what, $280? Uh-oh. This is $270. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, and 70. Yeah, it's $270. Okay. So we know that's going to be over $300. That should buy them a decent meal. That's what I'm hoping for their meal together. They'll go somewhere nice. Adventure is going to receive 10. And I might have to pull from the adventure that I had this weekend. And that's what adventures are for. You know, something off the beaten path that you don't plan for. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, and 15, and 20. So $120 in adventure. And I will end up pulling a little bit of this money to go back into my bank bag. Easter is going to receive $5. That is to help buy Easter gifts and also Easter lunch. So we should have 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. I did not have these categories last year, and I really regretted it whenever that time rolled around. I had to figure out where I was going to pull to cook and buy things. Thanksgiving's getting 0 because of the electric bill. Christmas getting 0. I have not started saving for Christmas Child, the fire department, or the monthly giving. So those categories have not even been started yet. And then my very favorite binder. These are my grandchildren, my children, and their significant others. If you're new here, I have 5 grandchildren. And I have 5 grands, I have 5 children, 5 significant others, and 5 grandchildren. So let's see if I did this right. So we've got 5 for that child, 5 for this grandchild, which everybody's got 40 when I put this in. 5 for this grandchild, 5 for this grandchild, 5 for this grandchild, and then this is the child and their significant other. And so I just put stuff theirs with $5 each too. And this money is for birthday and Christmases only. Nothing else comes out of this money. So if I want to buy them something special, that'll come out of Juju's money or gift money or something like that. Okay. So I stuffed, and I can already tell that those are all of my binders, and I can look and tell that, last week I have all these 20s left over, which is kind of weird. Let's see if I have any 50s left over. I know I don't have any 100s. And then I do have overflow money. And that's overflow. So I guess what I'm going to do with this is just, I said whatever I had left over, I was going to kind of stick it in other categories. But I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to keep it in overflow and let overflow build up a little bit. And whether I have to put that towards month ahead for saving for another month ahead, or maybe vamp up like my house insurance or something of that nature, or maybe help fund this vacation coming up. I'm just going to hold on to it and overflow. So everything in this binder should be completely empty because I'm going to start a new month. I have to budget and restuff it. So everything's empty except for gas. It should be empty except for gas and overflow. So I'm just double checking to make sure I paid all my bills. I'm double checking. Okay. I know I took Scrubbies out. Subscriptions. Gas. Gas, I still have $40, so I'll only have to budget $20 for gas, I think, this month. No, this is the month of the wedding. I'm probably going to still budget the same because I have to drive all the way to Charleston and back. So okay. And overflow is going to stay overflow. All right, so we did that. We took care of all those needs. Let me go ahead and pull those 2 items that I said that I was going to have to pull from. And car maintenance, I went and had my oil changed. That was free, but they rotated my tires, and it was $25. And I only have $20 here. So I am going... I know I had a pen. I guess I'll use this pen. 222 minus 25. And what I'm going to do is put negative $5. And so next week when I stuff the $5, I'll just pay it back to the bank. And I'm going to put tires rotated. It was actually like $27 and some odd cents, but I'm not going to worry about the $2. And then we are going to jump to, what I did is I pulled $100 out of my bank bag to carry with me yesterday. So I've got to put $100 back in. It's in this binder, I believe. Okay, so, and that's going to come out of adventure, right? Because adventure to me is little day trips going off the beaten path. And we went and spent the day in Conway and had wonderful lunch, mimosa, went to little gift places, bought good coffee, had a great day. So we've got 20, so I'm going to do 40, 60, 80, and that's makes it 100. And I'm not going to worry about that $5. Remember, it all basically is the same, right? Maybe I should have said 25. Because, well, no, I want that $100 back completely. Anyway, I'm just going to do it this way. It'll all work out. So I'm going to deduct 20, 40, 60, $80. 222 minus $80. And that's going to be day trip to Conway. And minus 80. Let me get my calculator out. My brain's not working. I can't do it. I can't do it without help. I think it's going to be 40. 120 minus 80 equals 40. Of course, my brain did work. So I should have $40 back in entertainment or adventure. So we're going to have to save back up, guys. I like to put them so I can look. And let me double check and make sure I've got 40. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take these 4 5s and put a 20 in there. Because I will need those 5s for budgeting. Adventure. $40. Okay. So, with that being said, let's make sure this is $100. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So now the 100 that I took out of my bank bag, I have restuffed. And I know that $5 that I still owe for, the tire rotation. That's probably going to throw me off a little bit, but it'll be okay. It'll all be fine. So now let's get to savings challenges. I'm excited. Let's see if I have my good marker. Okay, I do. So let's start with the ones. And even though a lot of this money is from the $100 that I didn't spend, it's all good. I'm just still going to take it because I took it to spend it. I kind of got all my money confused. I probably should have had one envelope just for adventure, but I didn't. So it's all going to be good. I'm going to put it all that was not spent this week towards the savings challenges because I've got to go on that vacation. So it'll all be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and $22 that we saved in ones this week. That's remarkable. So let's count those off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Wow, that's really we might get to pull another $60 before I go on that vacation. I hope so. That would be wonderful. So, let's put this in there. I'm not going to count the ones. We'll count those when it gets to 60. But we should have, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 more dollars before we get to 60 bucks. This one, oh, wow. I think we're going to do it. Hold on, let me grab my rubbing alcohol real quick. Because I have a feeling we're going to need it. Hold on one real tight, guys. I'm walking around my desk or my craft table. Okay. So we have $35. So this 15, I'm gonna go ahead and mark it off. 1, 2, and 3. Add it, and we should have $300. So are you ready? Let's just count. We've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, and $300. And guess where that's going to go this month? It's going to go towards my vacation. And then whatever I have left over from vacation is going to come back and it's going to go somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it back in vacation. But now, with these savings challenges, all you have to do is take rubbing alcohol and mark off your Sharpie and start back over. You can use them over and over and over again. I love it. I bought these off of Amazon. Real cheap. Came with tons of them. So now I have a $20 bill that I did not spend. So I'm going to mark off $20. 5, 10, 15, and 20. And I'm going to put this 20 right here. And we're geared up again. So we've already, just in 2 months, we've already completed a $300 challenge and already one $60 challenge, and we're almost completed with the second one. So we've already completed $360 just in 2 months saved. And that's by me not spending money out of my weekly wallet. So if you know that you're working towards a goal or you're playing a game with your money, it makes you think twice about spending. You get what I'm saying? You don't just blow your money because you know it's going to go to something else, right? So let me see if I can find vacation. And I'm going to add the 300 to it and see where we stand. And now we'll do the 10s and the 5s and put the 50 back. Okay, vacation. Okay, so we got to add 300 to 22 plus 300. So now I'm at 520. That just does that. I've got to have $15 more to cover my hotel room. So I still need food money, you know? So I've got to not spend money, save money during the week, and not go crazy. Maybe this week I'm going to really, maybe I won't eat out or do something. I'll do something to try to save more money. But I need more money for vacation for my daughter's wedding weekend. But at least I have my hotel pretty much paid for. That was my big concern, because I really did not want to pull it from entertainment, and I really don't want to have to pull it from adventure. You know, I was able to take that adventure this weekend, and it was wonderful. I want to continue to save and do those weekends without feeling guilty, because I saved for it. So here's my receipt. I've got to scan it. We went to that restaurant, Hoppin' Witch. It was wonderful. We had I had one mimosa. My daughter had 2. We did the classic BLT sandwich, and I had the French dip. And cute, cute, cute restaurant. We asked a local which restaurant she suggested, and that was the one she suggested. So it was wonderful. Had a great weekend. Lots of fun things happened this weekend. I can't even tell you how blessed I am. But I'm going to scan this into my Fetch rewards. That's way up there, guys. I am like really a smidgen from getting a $50 Amazon gift card. So I'm going to scan this in. Somehow I've missed a few receipts here and there, but that's fine. And, but I'm so close, so close. And I'm going to put the Fetch Rewards app. If you don't know what that is, it's an app that you scan all your receipts that you spend. They give you points, and with those points, you can redeem them for gift cards. I'm going to get an Amazon card for $50, but you can get a Visa cash card. You can get cards to restaurants, all of the things you can get cards for. Just go check it out, but go through my link, and if you sign up through my link, you'll get points and I'll get points, so it's a win-win. And then I told you about my Ally account. Watching all of the other YouTubers that are so good at this cash envelope system, they they recommended Ally Bank for a high yield savings account. And I finally bit the bullet from doing this journey from January. I finally bit the bullet, like I think in June of 2026. And I started my account, and it was the best decision I ever made. I think it's like 3.3 something percent interest. Awesome. I mean, I only have close to $5,000 in the Allied. When I say close, it's like $4,980 or something. But I made $13.50 last month on, they gave me for interest. It's remarkable. So I can't wait to start rolling over more money to them and just letting that build up. I mean, I made $13 just for my money sitting there. It would have never done that at my local bank. And it's a real easy app. So I'm going to put that app in there too. And then, of course, I'm going to put my eBay store just because that's just what I do. And I'm going to put my daughter's eBay store. My daughter, the one that doesn't live with me, we made some ACEOs on Friday night. And this was hers. Isn't that cute? Little strawberries. She told me to put it in my eBay store. I might do it. But my other daughter, y'all need to check hers out because she's got Sunny the Ghost. She's got 5 more she's mailing out tomorrow. She is selling her ghosts back, left, and right. I put my ACEOs on, and I've got one person bid on one of my items, and that's it. But that's okay. Just go look at mine and look at my giraffe. I'm very proud of my giraffe. I'm calling him Mona Lisa Giraffe. He's so cute. But yeah, we're having so much fun doing this. But anyway, thank you for watching. God bless you all. Please like, subscribe. I'm almost at 60 subscribers. I can't believe it. It's just remarkable. I mean, 60 people. And my hair video, my hair tool video is over 1,000 views. I don't know how I feel about that. Like I might get 3 or 4 views on this money savings one. But for me, like really messing up my hair is getting all of that traction. I mean, that's really bad. But it's funny. That day, the whole night made me laugh. So that's the whole point of this channel, bringing me joy, right? Watching me like learn how to live again by myself and be happy. Anyway, God bless y'all. Y'all have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.